BBC News with Chris Barrow. President Biden has unveiled his budget proposal for next year, which calls for just over $6 trillion worth of spending as the US emerges from the pandemic. Mr. Biden promised money especially for infrastructure, education and social services, and for defense. Republicans in the US Senate have blocked a proposal for a commission to investigate the violence at Washington's Capitol building in January. Democrats had wanted the panel to advance inquiries into the deadly clashes that broke out after Donald Trump urged supporters to voice their anger as Congress certified Joe Biden's election victory. The White House has announced US sanctions against Belarus after last Sunday's forced diversion of a commercial flight and the subsequent detention of an opposition journalist and his girlfriend in Minsk. 9 state-owned businesses and key members of the Belarusian government will be targeted. Mali's constitutional court has declared the military leader of Monday's coup, Colonel Assimi Goïta, the country's transitional president. Colonel Goïta had already proclaimed himself interim president on Wednesday. Australia's National University in Canberra has offered to return thousands of blood samples taken from Indigenous people over many decades. The specimens collected from 35 Aboriginal communities had been held without their consent. The United Nations Security Council has voted overwhelmingly to renew an arms embargo imposed on South Sudan in 2018 for another year. The draft resolution says the Security Council is deeply concerned about continued fighting, human rights violations, and the harassment of civilians. A court in Zambia has sentenced a former cabinet minister to 2 years in prison on corruption charges. The former Community Development Minister, Emerine Kabanshi, was convicted of failure to follow procedures in a welfare programme distributing funds to the poor. BBC News.